you guys, it's Karen, and I wanted to come and tell you about my top 5 hair tools or hair devices because I have got a lot and I have also tried a lot. As you guys will know, if you look at my videos, I've tried all sorts of curling tongs and I've tried different straighteners, and I've had like Cloud9 straighteners and GHD straighteners and everything in between. So I've tried a lot of them, and I have my top 5 hair devices that I want to tell you about, but in order of, you know, in an order, because I would normally just say these are my top 5, but this is like, actually I should start from number 5, shouldn't I? I was going to start from number 1, but I'm going to start from number 5. Number 5 is my steam straighteners. I have loved using a steam straightener since I discovered this one, which is the Bellissima. It's just a Bellissima steam straightener, and it's got a little reservoir here that you put water in and it produces steam. Now this one, so you just hold it together and it produces steam. It doesn't produce an awful lot of steam, but I always liked that effect, you know, and it always seemed to make my hair feel in a much better condition. So that is a favourite and is still on my list of favourites, but it is currently beaten by this. This is called... Oh, it's not got the brand on it. I can't remember the name, but I will link everything for you, of course. But it's another steam straightener. But this one, it did have a comb in the side, which I didn't like, and you can remove that easily. This one produces a lot more steam, and so I prefer that. But I'm not sure. I've only used this about 3 times so far, maybe even only 2 times. I like the fact that it produces more steam. Is it a bigger plate? I don't think it is actually, because... No, it's not, because like I said, that extra bit was what had a comb on it, and that I just felt like was pulling on my hair, so I took it off. This one produces more steam, but I'm not sure if my hair feels okay afterwards. You know how I've been saying on here that my hair's getting on my nerves? You guys are lovely and saying it looks nice. I feel like I can just about make it look nice with a lot of product, but it does feel a little bit dry sometimes and whatnot, and I'm not sure if the extra steam is doing that or this straightener is doing that, but this is my current favourite, number 5 steam straightener, which I will link for you. Like I said, there's a bit more steam on this. This is the reservoir here, so you can see it's a lot bigger, so that's maybe why more steam comes out. I would love to try the L'Oreal Steam Pod, and I'm hoping Kev hasn't bought it for my birthday, because I did say to him, I've said to him a few times about the L'Oreal Steam Pod, and he kept saying to me, just buy it, and I was like, no, I can't buy it, they're not cruelty free. And I don't know whether in his head, if he buys it, he's not done this before, I don't think, but if he buys it, it won't matter, if you know what I mean, with my birthday coming up. Anyway, I don't think so. I would like to try that one and see how it compares. But this one is really good. And that is currently at number 5. And if that one doesn't work out, my Bellissima I've had that for a few years and been using it and would use it again. Number 4 is my GHD Duet. So it's this one. This is the one that has a blow dryer and straightener in it. I have done a whole video of me using this and talking about this, and I just really enjoy this, and I would prefer to use this over I would those steam straighteners to straighten my hair, because you can blow dry your hair to kind of 80% dry and then use this to finish it off. And I just feel like when I use this, the straightness lasts longer, and also it's a little bit fuller. It's not quite as sort of flat to my head as when I just blow dry my hair and then use the straightener. But like I said, you can just use this at the end and you're kind of done. You know, it holds its straightness for a fair few days, whereas if I use a straightener, I feel like I then have to use a straightener every morning because there's little kinks where I've put it behind my ear or whatever, whereas this seems to hold its style better, and I feel like it's quicker. I'm trying to work out, is it quicker because it's 80% dry, so I've not had to dry it completely, and then I use this to straighten it. Yeah, it is. It feels like it's quicker than blow drying my hair and then straightening it. So I do love my GHD Duet. Number 3 is my Dyson hairdryer. I again have tried all different types of hair dryers, and this one is the best. I love that this lead, I don't know what they've done to it and why they don't do that to all leads, I guess price, but it doesn't like get caught up in things. It doesn't get all bent out of shape. You know, even I can see one here with my GHD curling tong is all twisted. And that doesn't happen with this. It just stays straight. So I know that's a silly thing to love about it, but maybe you'll know what I mean if you're always getting things tangled. But I just love this. It hasn't, you know, I've not got like the filter at the end to clean out. Somebody's going to tell me now you should be cleaning out the filter. I don't even know where it is. I think this is the filter here, isn't it? I don't see how you would clean that. I've never done anything to it anyway, but it works perfectly. And this has blow dried my hair the fastest. I used to have, funny enough, a Bellissima. You know how I was saying I like the Bellissima straighteners? Bellissima used to be my favourite hairdryer, but that was until I tried this, and this is just brilliant. Now I've compared this to my Shark dryer. I literally put a timer on and have dried my hair from wet to dry using both of them, and this is just a little bit faster than the Shark hairdryer. I do like the Shark one as well, but this one is my favourite, the Dyson hairdryer. I actually recommended this to my friend because apparently it's supposed to straighten your hair more if you dry with this, which I don't know because I don't do the sort of brushing as you dry thing. And she didn't find that, but what she did say is she's never needed to replace her Dyson. And I'm talking about, God, when did I buy this? 5 years ago at least. And she said she used to replace her hairdryer every year. It would break, whatever hairdryer she bought. And this is still going as it is for me. I think it's more than 4 or 5 years, but that's as far back as I can remember. So yeah, this is my favourite thing, and I would love to blow dry my hair. You know, I do prefer to blow dry my hair than to just leave it to dry naturally. Coming in at number 2 is my GHD curling tong, and so this is more of a favourite than my hairdryer, because I looked at all of my top 5 favourites and was like, okay, if somebody came in and said, right, okay, just grab one of those, you have to leave, which one are you going to take? And then it's like, okay, you can take one more, which one are you going to take? So that's the way I did it. And I thought, well, even if I don't have my hairdryer, which, like I said, I like to dry my hair, if I just had my hairdryer, I never feel like my hair is styled as nice as I would like it. Whereas if I left it to dry naturally, I could style it with my GHD Curve. This is the clip. I like to have a clip on. It's just so much easier to curl. I burnt myself so much on other ones, even trying to use the glove, and I can't do it this way either. I saw somebody doing a video recently and they were showing how to curl their hair, and they were doing it like this, and I was like, why are you doing that? Like, it's so much easier to do it this way. And that's what I've used this morning for these, I don't know whether you'd call these curls or waves. You can do waves and curls with this, because curls you would start at the bottom. I think I've talked about it in a video, and just twist it up and hold it for a little bit longer. But with waves, you start here, twist it round, leave a bit at the bottom, and that makes it more wavy. I know that was a very quick explanation, but I have done 2 videos on it, I think. So yeah, I feel like, well, if I just had this and nothing else, I could leave my hair to dry and I could curl it and I'd be happy with the style that came out. So that's my GHD Curve. And again, I've tried things over the years. This was in my drawer. I do really like this. This is the Tymo, I think it's called Rovi. Let's see if it's even got any. Okay, this is that, I've done a video on this. It is really good. It's because it's cordless. And I love that about it. It's a cordless, you know, you just put your hair in and it twists. But with these twisty ones, this is quite heavy with it being cordless. So that firstly is something that I prefer to use a lighter weight one, because by the time you get around your whole head of hair, it is getting a bit heavy. But what I noticed about this was I can really only do 1.5 of a head of hair before it runs out. And so I need to charge it every time. I suppose that isn't a big deal, but I just haven't ended up using this. I've just thought, no, you know what, I prefer using this. Imagine if this was cordless, that would just be amazing without being any heavier. So yeah, I've tried a lot of things. You've seen me use a lot of things that twist your hair automatically and whatnot, and I just always seem to go back to my GHD Curve. I'll link the correct barrel that I use, because there are a couple of GHD curlers and wands that look similar. And my number 1, where has it gone? I've lost it. Number 1, you're probably not going to be surprised, but it is my Babyliss Big Hair, which I was surprised actually how many of you had this and said you'd been using it for years, wouldn't be without it. So I was pleased. I was like, oh, it's not just me, you know, it is something that people love to use, and it does work for a lot of people. But if I just had to take one thing, this would be it. I looked at them all and was like, absolutely, I'm going to grab this, because I mean, technically I could dry my hair from wet with this. I wouldn't do that. I did try it. I can't remember why the other day my hair was wetter than it would normally be, and I thought, let me use this. I think I was wanting to see if it would hold the style even longer, but it works the way I do it. Dry my hair 80% and then use this. But I thought, again, if I had nothing else but this, I could leave my hair to dry naturally and then I could use this to style it and I'd be happy with that. You know, it would work. And so I'd only need this one product. For all of these things, you know, I'm looking at whether I need to blow dry my hair first or not, and the convenience. And so if I just had to grab one thing, this would be it. This is what I'm running away with, my Babyliss big hair. And like I said, I mentioned this in my favourites the other day. I think it was £39, something like that, or is £39 on Amazon at the moment. So really good because it lasts well. It's a really good, it's a quality device, you know. It's a name, I suppose, is what I was thinking of. It's a known brand name, as opposed to like that straightener that I've got. I can't even remember the name, but it's not a known brand. It's just one of the less expensive ones on Amazon. So I hope that was useful to you. I might do this with accessories actually, because there's a lot of things I can think that I use, whether I've got enough, but I've got like my silk cap, rollers. I use rollers and roller clips, and I don't use Velcro rollers anymore. What else? I suppose things like, you know, grips and like crocodile clips like this, and maybe, I don't know if that would be too boring, but anyway, I hope that you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you again soon.